Welcome to Lem Studio. In this dev update, I'm going to be demonstrating some of the new features in Project Chicago 1.8.9.6. In the last dev update, I showed the somewhat completed start, but I have now gotten that more completed. It's not yet done, but it's pretty close to being done, so here it is. So pressing escape will get right to the menu, and pressing F2 here will get you right to the settings. So I'll just press escape because it was shown in the last video. This is what the new menu looks like. There is no mouse for this part. It's controlled completely by up and down arrows, and then tab to get to the settings down there. Credits shows all of the credits for this game. So yeah, current developer, me, previous developers, Philip, and Lemony Studios. Those were the two major ones. I also used a custom tab control in this, so I had to include that information, and then also icon extractor to be able to get the icons out, so I had to include all that as well. Then also who I got the code for from the encryption, and also the menu from directories, which I'll explain more once we get into the game. So then just hit enter to return. So new game, and there's a nice little fade there. So we finally have a mouse. So this is all the same as before. I'm still planning to change this restart to something more elaborate. One thing that's different with this version than the previous versions is this is about 4 megabytes smaller since I took out the older title screen. So that was nice. Pretty much where it was saying there in the credits about menus from directories. The start menu is now built completely from directories that are like in the game folder. And for the programs that have missing icons, those are ones that definitely don't exist yet in the game. Now some of these other ones also don't exist, but they do have icons. So pretty much the ones that do exist are Internet Explorer, MS-DOS, Windows Explorer, Calculator, Notepad, Paint, somewhat functional, no games yet, Internet Explorer again, nothing in multimedia, and nothing in system tools. I didn't have time to finish the settings, so if you just load either from pressing F2 earlier in the game or hit enter here, it brings up the Project Chicago setting. So let's go back to the game. This is the login screen. So I have not really changed anything in Internet Explorer for this release, but pretty much just to show a little bit of gameplay. Pretty much if you want to move along in this, you have to go to Hotmail and type in the password and username. Then select the right email. This part here will be fixed, where the email actually goes all the way down to the bottom of the window instead of just being halfway. So you might notice how there's no icon along with this, but currently I'm updating a lot of the download and install process. I'll explain later in this video why that is. Also, a known bug that I need to fix is that the downloader taskbar items aren't leaving, so I need to fix that. This version has a lot of bugs, but I needed to get an update out. I wanted to get one out for Philip's birthday. I have it up to the point that it time travels with just a few bugs with the taskbar, but it's up to the point that I can pretty much move on to the next OS then, which is Windows 98, and start working on that. This is also a redesigned command prompt. And that's where it is now. Clicking OK then pretty much ends the game. It's back to Windows 95 because nothing is really saved yet. So I have dir working. Patterns is not really working yet. There's a bug I need to get out, but yeah, because it doesn't save it. But you do have patterns you can select from if you do the pre-made ones. As you can see there, inactive title bar, that's working now. That's only, I think, display properties is the only one I actually have an inactive title bar set up for. For some reason, my close button on some of them is acting weird. It's pretty much just being transparent. I need to figure out why, because that's not in any of the code or any of the resource files, so I need to figure that out. Time to announce why the software, when it downloaded, was not shown an icon or anything like that. And with the start menu. So I'm planning to include modding in the next version, pretty much meaning you can have your, create your own in-game programs and websites. I'll explain that in a separate video. That video will probably not be for another month and a half or so, since the next month I'm not going to be able to work on Project Chicago at all because of other commitments. But yeah, so I am happy to announce that. Also, there's a download link included for the first 10 people to download. I am putting a limit on this version. That download will be in a zip file, which includes the exe and the resource file. So pretty much what you do is, so this will be blank and stuff. Choose location. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for this release. Bye.